What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. It's December 5th. I wanted to give you all a quick market update. And today will probably be the final day where I talk about Solana Trading Bot. Just because if you look on YouTube, I've done it for the last like 5 or 6 days. I don't want to continuously keep talking about it just because it feels overly shilly after a while. But the past 5 or 6 days will have presented you the same kind of opportunity that the market is presenting to you today, which is I still believe fundamentally that Solana is the chain where a lot of value, a lot of money, a lot of users will actually flock towards. And it's simply because if you look at DeFi Llama here, and you look at all the different chains, first of all, a lot of these are Ethereum EVM-based chains, right? Tron is, Polygon is, Optimism. I want to say Avalanche is too. But Solana is probably the only largest non-EVM chain. And it's definitely the one that actually has tons of users, tons of developers, tons of activity. And I believe that it is massively mispriced. Just incredibly mispriced, because you could kind of see what's happening over here. So if we just look at the last few months in the rise of Solana price, right? Solana has basically gone from a mere, I think, what is it, like 1st of October it was $20, let's just say. Now it's 60, it's already 3x. While at the same time, I don't see that kind of rise in TVL. Right, the TVL at the beginning of October was 330 million, and currently it's only 660 million. Usually what I've seen in past market cycles is that when you see the price rise like this, okay, TVL, the activity on chain, the activity surrounding projects of the ecosystem of the chain are a little bit more of laggards, but they're not this far back, okay? So the TVL being 330 million, and now 660 million, that's a 2x, versus price has effectively tripled, right? So I believe that that laggard effect is going to slowly flow into surrounding projects in Solana. And you can already see this, right? Through the airdrops that are happening, through growth in Marinade Finance, Jito, if you're familiar with Jito, MarginFi, that things are going really well for Telegram bots like STBOT that I've told you all about, and why I fundamentally believe that the undervaluation of things like Telegram bots, STBOT specifically, is really the easiest comparison, because we actually have a successful use case on Ethereum, which was Unibot. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Unibot, but I actually told my community about Unibot close to when it was like $10, and then even 17, which is when I had initially bought it, right? So you could kind of see back here in May, earlier this year, I bought Unibot because Telegram bots seem so incredibly easy, and that the first point of contact for retail to just start sniping shitcoins. And crypto is, more often than not, a place where speculation and gambling is rampant, right? Now, again, I don't tell people to gamble. I don't tell people to speculate. None of this is financial advice. But do I think that these products are going to do well because that's what humans desire? Absolutely. So the point is, as a relative comparison of market cap and value, which is 59 million is what Unibot is priced at, to a very piddly 500K, which is what STBOT is priced at. And it's not just STBOT, right? Like things like FluxB, for example. This one is also priced at 10 million. I mean, it's an incredibly cheap price for something like, a Unibot comparison, right? So the reality is that, specifically STBOT, just because I use it, I like the team. I see all their updates, whether it's, on their roadmap or their website. I see them doing a lot of stuff on their Twitter, very, very active in terms of, things that they're doing on a daily basis, the features, the rewards that they're coming out with. the updates that they're providing, the social media, engagement, everything that they're doing is right. And they're going about it the right way. And they're not, from what I can tell, I don't think they're dumping on their holders or anything. I see a lot of tokens stacked in the Radium Authority, which is probably their market maker. I see a lot of top holders effectively. Like I watch usually the top 10 list. This top 10 list right here has been pretty constant. Like people are trying to move into the top 10 rather than trying to get out, right? The other important thing is something that I've talked about a couple of times before is if you look at the top 100 holders, right? And you look at Sol Trading Bot's Twitter feed, they had announced not too long ago, but they will be rewarding the top 100 holders. So I think at present market value, it takes less than like $500 to $700 to become a top 100 holder. Imagine that compared to, let's just say, something like Unibot, which probably takes, I don't know, 10 grand or 15 grand to be a top 100 holder, right? So if you believe that Solana, Telegram bots, and specifically Sol Trading Bot is going to be the next big thing, then, this is probably the easiest play, especially being a top 100 holder, because you get to have the airdrops and rewards that Sol Trading Bot will eventually give to you, right? Whether it's revenue share, profit share, fee sharing, just pure airdrops, STPAD launches, everything that they're building, I believe is going to add value to the top 100 holders, right? And so that's the kind of like analysis that you generally want to be doing. Okay. Anyway, overall, you can kind of see holders going up, active holders going up. And then, I think it's a pretty relative even split distribution of, tokens. Okay. So that being said, again, do your own research, not financial advice, right? Now, we also have the fact that, let me talk about the broader market, which is if Solana itself was moving and like the rest of the market was quiet, I would say, yeah, you probably want to be careful just speculating on things like, Sol Trading Bot or other Solana related, protocols and ecosystem coins, right? I would say, yeah, be careful if the rest of the market wasn't moving. But guess what? The rest of the market is moving, and it's more specifically led by BTC, which is more often than not the healthiest of, market movements and trends. So what I see happening here is a BTC-led rally, which is being seen in Solana, especially from, October specifically, right? Because we've had such a massive move, should tell us that Solana is ready to go. And more importantly, Solana is ready to challenge the big dog of altcoins, which is Ethereum, currently sitting at 267 billion. 267 billion is where Ethereum sits, and Solana sits at a piddly, 25, 26 billion, right? That 10x gap between here and here, I think it's going to get filled. It may not be instantly in a month. It may not be in the next 2 months or 3 months, but it will be over the span of a year. However, near term, with the momentum that we have in the current rally, the current legs that it has, right? I see BTC simply doing this. It's a very, very simple way for me to look at the market. I see the blow off top that happened in November 2017, the correction December 2018 bottom, and then the subsequent reverse sort of rebound rally, corrective rally, if you want to call it that, going into the 618 fib, which is approximately $13,500. You map out a similar fib from there. Where are we? Close to about 48 to 50K is where I expect BTC to go, right? That's another easily 10 to 12% from, actually it's more than that, right? Because from here to about 50K, 20%. That's a 20% rally in just Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is rallying 20%, I'm pretty damn sure Solana is going, I don't know, man, like probably $100, right? Like from here You could make the argument that it's going to like 85, 90 bucks, which is a 50% move. I think that's reasonable. But if it really has a blow off top, I think it's going probably close to 120, 130 up here. And I've mapped this out by also looking at it this way, which is horizontal SR levels that Solana had left behind from 2021 and 22, which is 114% move. Now, again, that's a bit of a stretch, but I don't think 85 to 90 bucks is impossible. Like if I drop, let's just say something like right there, okay, or even if we drop that right there, $80, that's still from here, current price is 35% move. A 35% move in Solana, plus that laggard effect of what I talked about, 300 million TVL versus only 660 till now, and then Solana's at $80, $85. I see no possible way in the world where Solana doesn't hit $1 billion in TVL. Now, again, I know TVL is not a perfect metric, but it is a metric to recognize, a proxy metric to recognize movement in activity on the chain, users, growth, money, actual usage of different products that Solana is building out, not just, trash, right? Like the talk of the town lately has obviously been BONK. But the thing is, BONK is, yes, it's a meme coin, but like, I don't know. I mean, there's been evolution in meme coins too. Like BONK is actually, performing sort of in a fundamental manner of building out its chain or providing a launch pad or providing, bots or something. I mean, there's a lot going on. That's the point. I trade BONK here and there, but like, I don't have a conviction in BONK, heading to like 5 billion or 10 billion, right? But it is going up. And generally, more often than not, when meme coins like this go up, what it kind of tells me is, I fundamentally think that there is strong momentum in Solana, and BONK is just a proxy representation of that. Okay. So again, going back to TG bots, going back to things like BONK, and recognizing DeFi Llama as a TVL as a overall ecosystem value is very, very lagging, compared to things like Ethereum and compared to just overall what Solana should be doing, right, relative to Ethereum parallel products. So I'm still bullish on Solana. That's the whole point of this video. I'm still bullish on especially Telegram bots like Soul Trading Bot. And I think that the rest of December, I still want to just focus heavily on Solana. Now, after December, head into the new year, I gotta say, I'm gonna be extremely careful, right? Like if Solana is, let's just say, in the next few days, Solana does this and then starts rolling over by mid-December, like that, I think I'm gonna be out of the market, probably head into the new year. Because I think we're going to have, a counter trend move or let's just say a mean reversion move where it's kind of like this. Like, let's just say Solana gets like 85 bucks, right? So from this low that we had in basically the end of last year to the high that we have, let's just say in the coming week or 2 weeks, the pullback, I would expect Solana to come back towards 618 fib, or maybe even deeper, somewhere down here, around like 27, 30 bucks. Now, I know that sounds insane, right? But trust me, markets can sort of deliver these blows in ways that you just are not going to be able to recognize because you've just kind of bought into too much of the FOMO-ness of the rally up. Whereas markets don't just, kind of go up straight up like this. They will have just, violent pullbacks like this in coming months and, whatnot, and then probably head up higher. But in that time, I think the ecosystem probably benefits the most, where activity, a developer commits, stablecoin revenue, fee generation, more products, more bridges being built. Bridges are another thing, right? Like today, if you see this on my Twitter feed, Wormhole Connect, which is a Jupiter bridge coming from Ethereum to Solana, or I think other chains to Solana. I mean, that's huge. Like, you are now giving such a easy opportunity for Ethereum people to come over to Solana. I mean, what else could you possibly want at this point in the cycle, right? I mean, if you're going to make it so easy for ETH folks to come over to Solana, and once they come to Solana, you know damn well that they're going to realize Solana is incredibly fast. It's incredibly cheap. And it's so, it has so much momentum right now that Ethereum just doesn't have. Like a perfect example is, I just look at Sol ETH too, right? Like if I just look at daily chart of Sol ETH, this is again Solana versus Ethereum price. I mean, it just exploded, right? I don't think that it's done. I mean, could it go higher from here? Probably. Do I think it's going to go to take out previous all-time highs right away? Probably not, right? But the point is that as you give people the opportunity and show them how much faster, better, cheaper, easier, and how much money and activity is flowing to Solana versus Ethereum, I think it's going to be a complete game changer. Pair that with the fact that, like I said, we have the broader market generally just going up, which is led by BTC rally, right? BTC looking the way it does. I think all systems are go on, Solana, right? Birdeye.so is also a really great place to check out, Solana related trending tokens, what the profitable traders are. Yesterday in my video, in my day 5 video right here, I talked about why I look at Birdeye. How do I do research on who's buying, who's selling, which are the most profitable traders, what are they buying, how much are they buying, what are they selling, when are they selling, different coins that are being listed, what kind of liquidity do these coins have, what kind of volume do they have. STBOT, I've already talked about this before. I like to look at, the mini dolphin and the whale of like, okay, how much continuous buying and selling activity is taking place and how is it impacting price, right? For the most part, I mean, I haven't seen too much activity from whale sellers where they're, just trying to get out of this thing, right? If that was the case, then yeah, I would say, oh shit, it's going to be a little while for STBOT to go up, but I'm not really seeing that. It's not like every single whale. And again, you can look at SolScan right here, and you could see, the holders, the top 10, top 15 holders, they're not in a rush to get out. Like, they are not even concerned about the current price because it's so incredibly low and cheap. And again, this is just my opinion, right? Like, I don't see a reason why someone who has put in, let's just say $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, especially if they're whales in STBOT, and they're sitting at a top 10, 20 holder, and they know they're about to get the airdrops coming from Sol Trading Bot. They know that they're going to get referral rewards and other kinds of rewards. And more importantly, the price comparison is Unibot at 60 million versus STBOT sitting at a mere where is it? STBOT sitting at a mere 560 million. From here, that's literally 100x, right? Did I get that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Because you multiply this by 10x, that's 5.6 million. Multiply this by 100x, then that's 56 million. Unibot sits at 59 million. It's 100x. I mean, all these holders can basically, hang tight if they believe in this product and wait for, basically parity between Unibot market cap and STBOT market cap. Again, that's a bit of a stretch. And again, non-investment advice. I have no idea if this thing is going to 10x or 100x or go to zero. But that's the chance that we take for being early in these markets, right? You got to take a chance on things that you believe in. And if you've done your fundamental research, then you either stick with your conviction, double down, or you get out and you find something else, right? So anyway, I've talked to a lot of people I've told him about things that I'm looking at, things that I'm buying and selling. I'm pretty open about this stuff, right? One of my friends I got into, he started off with 10,000, I think, a couple days back, right? He bridged 10,000 and he and I were just chatting back and forth of like, oh, what do I think the coins are that are going to do well? I told him, I was like, I think Myro, STBOT. I told him about BONK. I told him about PUMPR. I told him about, all these other coins. And now my buddy sits at 67K as of basically this morning. That's incredible, right? That's a 6x from, his net worth in the Solana ecosystem. 6.7x. That's, kind of goes to show how much money activity is accruing in Solana, right? So anyway, if you guys have any questions, you can find me here on Twitter, 0xUML. If you want to join my private Discord group, again, I post my positions, the things that I'm buying and selling. This is not like a copy trading group. None of this is financial advice, but if you want to join, shoot me a message, right? Write me a comment on my YouTube video that you're watching. Drop me, a message on Twitter here if you are interested. We only have a lifetime membership now. It's like, 1,500 and you get access for life. I've been around the market since 2017. I continuously deliver content like you're seeing right now over and over of coins that I find, ecosystems that I like. I've been around the block for so many years. I know every aspect of crypto, literally everything, from the DeFi to the NFTs to the, data availability layers to the L2s to the L1s, all kinds of stuff I've come across over the past few years. And so if you have any questions and you want to talk about things, let me know. All right. Good luck, everybody. Y'all take care. Find me on Twitter, drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on STBOT or anything else that we're looking at. And yeah, take care. Cheers.